Papa, something terrible will happen to our village in 3 days.
Stop this. You will not spread fear in this house.
In the peaceful village of Umoja, a 12-year-old boy named Kelechi lived a simple life with his parents. But one night, something strange happened. While Kelechi slept, he found himself standing in the middle of his village. The sky was dark, houses were burning, people were running and screaming. Then, a mysterious voice whispered, 3 days, only 3 days. Kelechi suddenly woke up, sweating and shaking. He had no idea that the dream he had just seen was not a dream at all. It was a warning. The next morning, Kelechi told his mother about the strange dream, but she smiled and told him not to worry. On his way to school, Kelechi suddenly stopped. He looked at a farmer's goat and said, "That goat will disappear today." The villagers around him laughed. They thought Kelechi was only trying to get attention. But that evening, something unbelievable happened. The goat disappeared, and for the first time, Kelechi began to wonder, how did I know? That night, Kelechi had another vision. He saw an old woman's house surrounded by flames. He recognized the house immediately. It belonged to Mama Neka. Kelechi woke up terrified. He could not ignore what he had seen. Before sunrise, he decided he had to warn her. But he didn't know that this warning would change the way the entire village looked at him. Kelechi rushed to Mama Neka's house. Breathing heavily, he warned her about the fire he had seen. Some villagers laughed at him. Others told him to stop frightening the old woman. But later that evening, flames suddenly burst from Mama Neka's house. Villagers screamed and rushed to help. Buckets of water were thrown onto the burning roof. Thankfully, Mama Neka escaped unharmed. Everyone became silent. They remembered Kelechi's warning. For the first time, the villagers began asking themselves, how could that boy have known? After the fire, rumors spread throughout Umoja. Some people believed Kelechi had been given a special gift. Others were afraid of him. Some even whispered that he was using witchcraft. The village elders decided to summon Kelechi. He stood before them, confused and frightened. They demanded to know how he knew about the goat and the fire. But Kelechi had no answer. All he could say was, "I see them in my dreams." That night, Kelechi experienced his most frightening vision yet. He saw Umoja completely destroyed. Houses were burning, people were crying, smoke covered the sky, and the village chief lay helpless on the ground. Then, through the darkness, Kelechi saw 3 terrifying words. The third night. Kelechi screamed and woke up. His heart was beating violently. This time, he knew something terrible was coming, and there were only 3 days left. Kelechi immediately ran to his father. With tears in his eyes, he told him, "Papa, something terrible will happen to our village in 3 days." His father stared at him. Instead of believing him, he became angry. He told Kelechi to stop frightening the family with his strange stories. Kelechi tried to explain, but his father refused to listen. For the first time, Kelechi realized something painful. Seeing the future was useless if nobody believed you. Kelechi refused to give up. He went from house to house, warning the villagers. But instead of listening, they laughed at him. Some called him a liar. Others called him the village prophet. Children laughed. Adults pointed at him. Kelechi stood there with tears in his eyes. He had never felt so alone. But deep inside, he knew the danger was real. And he knew he had to keep searching for the truth. While Kelechi sat alone near the edge of the forest, an old man approached him. His name was Elder Obinna. The old man looked into Kelechi's eyes and said, "Your gift is not a curse, my child." Kelechi looked at him with surprise. Elder Obinna continued, "But seeing the future comes with a price. Not every vision is meant to be understood immediately." Kelechi listened carefully. For the first time, someone believed him, and Elder Obinna knew there was something much deeper behind Kelechi's visions. The next morning, something strange happened. A farmer named Chuka disappeared. Kelechi remembered seeing him in one of his visions. He followed a trail of footprints leading away from the village and deep into the forest. The deeper he went, the darker and quieter the forest became. Then he noticed something strange. Hidden beneath the trees were signs that someone had been digging. Kelechi slowly moved closer, and what he discovered beneath the ground would reveal a secret that could put the entire village in danger.